Trifox X8, we've got the S-Works Tarmac SL7. First of all, just want to say that the Trifox actually looks like it's advertised. You go to the trifox.com website, look at this black and yellow X8, it looks the same as what you see here today. Go to the Specialized SL7 website, specialized.com, click on the purple one, looks nothing like this in real life, does it?
No.
Really? So if Specialized can't even get the paint right versus what's advertised in real life, there's no surprise, they can't even get the fork safety right. This is currently unrideable, it's a recall bike, it's absolute junk, probably belongs in the bin, but this Trifox, race ready. Isn't that amazing?
Кто ебанулся? Все ебанулись!
Yeah. So yeah, I'll ask you as well, if you're maybe watching this video from Colombia, or you're in China, or you're in Vietnam, or maybe you're a low budget cyclist and you've got all you can afford is a Trifox. You're like, man, if I had an SL7 it'd be so much better. It's not. It's not. The SL7 S-Works, absolute junk. Absolute junk. So don't be thinking that, that you're on the Trifox, whatever, it's not going to be as good quality. This Trifox X8 crushes all the current era disc brake bikes out there. Absolutely crushes them. It's lighter, it's as stiff or stiffer, easier to work on, far cheaper. All right? And just, why? All you're paying for these days, literally, is you're paying for a sticker on the frame. A sticker. SL7 S-Works, not even safe to ride. Can't even ride it. What a joke. Okay, welcome to the video. We've got a Trifox X8. It's first of a weigh-in. You go to my cycling channel, durianrider Cycling Tips. We've got the full spec on this bike. Hold it up. Tasha, come over here and have a look at that digit for us, please.
6.81.
6.81, no worries. That's the. Still filming?
Yep.
Right, that's the Trifox X8. We'll put it down the ground. Now we have a specialized, genuine specialized SL7 S-Works Tarmac from Specialized Australia. Some people said this bike's fake because the color, they're like, this doesn't look the same color as on the website. That's correct, but this is genuine. That they stuffed up the color on the website. Today's video may have some swearing in it, so maybe put earphones in or put the kids to bed. And we're going to weigh this bad boy here. Natasha, we can...
7.57.
7.57. All right. And we know the price differences between these two bikes. 7.57 with pedals. You notice it's got road pedals on it because I had a friend ride it, I won't mention his name. He owns a bike shop, he's worked in the industry a long time, and he's got Harley. I think you're exaggerating how bad the SL7 S-Works is. And I'm like, take it for a spin. He took it for a spin, he came back and he goes, that is just like, I can't say exactly what he said because it's just got a lot of swear words in it, but he was basically saying it's a joke. Absolute joke. The SL7 S-Works, absolute joke. And that's why, you got the word for it. The pro riders, the world tour riders, we know the big names. If you squeeze that down tube, it doesn't flex like this. If you look inside their fork, most of them have a bonded sleeve in there. So this is consumer level specialized S-Works from Specialized Australia, Tarmac SL7. Genuine item from the Specialized website they supply them. But the color looks nothing like it. Let's get to this video though. We'll put this on the ground. I actually had both of these bikes on the tennis court before, and they both fell over, and all I cared about was like, grab the SL7, because if there's one little scratch on there, it devalues it so much. You have to take it to a car repair shop and get a little touch-up done, because if you want to sell it and retain the value, it's just hilarious. So if you get chain suck or drop your chain in SL7, it's like you're losing 2 or 3 grand just from a chain suck. So we'll put it on the ground so it can't get scratched. gently, gently. We'll pick up the Trifox. That's so light. This is the Trifox, also made in China. S-Works SL7, made in China. And that's direct from Specialized employee, past and present. And that's okay, China makes some good stuff. The markup though is pretty amazing, isn't it, for Specialized S-Works product. This is the Trifox XA, you know. The more I ride these bikes, the more I realize how much bullshit is in the bike industry. The marketing hype, etc. This bike goes really, really good. There's a retails of like $700 USD for the frame set. And we did a budget build up here, an old SRAM Red Group set, some DT Monchassa rail wheels, which go great, some, you know, some parts. This bar tape was from the bin, this saddle was from the bin, everything else. I think some of the cassette, we just did it super budget. Let people know you can get a Div 1 race ready crit bike. No worries, you have to spend big bucks. So why would you want to spend big bucks if you're going to crash it and crack it? You know, imagine a SL7 S-Works or some of these other super expensive bikes. It's like, it's nervousness. You know, back when I was racing Div 1 crits, if you crash your bike, it cost you maybe $1,000 new frame. $1,000. You're going to get a really, really good Cannondale, etc. And now, damn, it's crazy. So I'd recommend just buying something like this if you're going to race crits. What can we say about this one? It's the build quality. Very easy to build for me, relatively speaking. I had to put a little file in there and just file out some of the old paint shavings in the fork and the rear as well. The rear was a bit of paint dripped in there, so it wasn't, you know, super clean, but yeah, that's okay. So this is not a media sample, all right? This is not media sample. What does media sample mean? Media sample means, you know, they give someone a special batch, you know, special layup or whatever, extras, finish. This is consumer level, and I can tell because it had a bit of paint in there. So, you know, which is great. So I got a real sample. Got to ride this. The SL7, there's people say, oh, it's just Trifox, I don't know that brand, I don't know if it's safe. The SL7, I can't even ride that thing. There's a recall on it right now. It's like, stop ride, no ride, don't ride it. So, you know how much does the SL7 S-Works cost where you live? And you can't even ride, I can't even ride it. Until it gets the recall done, and they fix what's in there. It's just, I don't feel safe riding an SL7. I hope you do if you got one, but I wouldn't feel safe riding one. This, I'd feel safe riding this. I'd feel safe smashing at 100k an hour down on this bike. I build it, I know what's going on in there. But SL7, man, no way. That fork could fail at any time just from hitting a pothole. That's Specialized own words, so it's a joke. So why would you spend that much money on these brand name bikes, SL7 especially, when you get something like this, you know? And if you want top tier level, something like a Windspace SLC, which is finished perfectly, right? Finishing this was so-so. The paint looks really nice. Will it fade? We don't know. But, you know, it's a good little bike. It's good enough for Div 1, good enough for the Tour de France. I rode this around today. I was like, man, this is, I would never, ever spend big bucks on a brand new bike ever again. Because these Chinese brands, who OEM supply for big brands like Specialized, Cannondale, Cervelo, Pinarello, which are all made in China now. They're making these frames, then they ship to Taiwan, the big brands, bit of polish, bit of paint, made in Taiwan sticker, over to Italy, Australia, etc. The bike industry, in my opinion, is going to get smashed apart in the next 5 years, mostly because of social media. And you're going to see the big players, the big brands, in my opinion, take a big fall, and you're going to see brands like Trifox or Windspace or, you know, Seca or whatever, these other Chinese brands, they're going to dominate. They're going to dominate. The quality is just too good, the price is too low, and the social media influencers get on these now and just saying, look how good this is. It's going to be game over. It's like even the wheels as well. There's no way I'd buy a brand new pair of DT Swiss anymore, or lightweights, or NBs, or Zips. No way. I'd be buying Windspace or Fast Sports, you know, or ICANN, something like that. If you want the top of the top, I'd be going Windspace Hyper 38 clinch your rim. Like, there's no way. If I smash this rim today, I'd be like, cool, no worries, Windspace, get me up again. You know, like, why would you spend big bucks on brand name stuff? The latest Zips. Talking to a lad yesterday, he bought some new Zips. He didn't know the hookless rim was rated to 72.5 psi. 72.5 psi on a road race rim. What the heck is that? What is that? You know, and that's not a cheap wheel. It's junk in my opinion now. It's absolute junk. So this is just my opinion here, based on my 24 years of racing, being in the industry since 2003, buying and selling and I'm 44, never had a driver's license, just a bike geek, bike nut. Love working on bikes now, developing my mechanical skills. And yeah, just talking to people in the industry. A lot of them say, hey, this is no conversation. You can't mention my name here, Harley. I respect that. People write me all the time, ex-employees from Trek or Cannondale or Cervelo, just ex-employees telling me stories and just saying this is not for public record. And I'm just like, damn, it's crazy times. But anyway, my goal, my intention is to get more bums on bikes. I want to have people out there have good experiences with bikes. You shouldn't have to ride your bike and stress if you get a scratch on it. You've devalued it massively. Right? If I get a scratch on this, I'm like, who cares? Who cares? So that's what cycling's about. Cycling's about simplifying your life versus complicating it with proprietary forks and at least this seat post is proprietary. If I snap it or whatever happens to it, $50, get a new one from Trifox.com. Specialized SL7 seat post is about $300, $400 in Australia here. It's insane. So I think cycling is, for me, I ride a bike because it simplifies my life. And I get these new bikes get me frustrated because I realize how much drama and problems people are going to have with them. You know what I mean? So like yesterday when I showed my mate that these wheels are 72.5 psi, he was a bit like, "Damn, I didn't know that." Didn't know that. And I was thinking, man, he's going to be thinking, shit. I've been riding, too much pressure on these wheels. I could have crashed. You want to be able to put 100 psi on your rims. You know what I mean? Zip, what are you doing? Giant, what are you doing? Hookless rims, man, it's got to go. But anyway, that's the rant, that's the rave. Trifox X8, man, better than the Cervelo S5, better than the SL7 Tarmac, or any of the disc brake bikes out there. But again, you buy what you want to buy. I know cycling's about, we buy from emotion and have the bling and floss and flex. But don't think these expensive bikes are better quality, because they're not. Don't think you're going to go faster, because you won't. Often these pretty much there's not a Cervelo on the market that's lighter than this right now. There's not a there's not a Specialized in the market lighter than this. There's not a what other brands we got? Bianchi, everything, all the big brands. Trek. This is lighter than the Honda. This is lighter than Honda SLR. That's a Trifox X8 aero bike. Crazy times. Anyway, that's the rant, that's the rave. If you've got a Trifox, listen down below your experience with it. It's a decent bike. It's a decent bike.